welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Mosby. Apologies for the tardiness of this show, but we had so much to get together, so much to sort out for you. That's why we're a couple of minutes late. But you know what? It will be worth the wait because it is a Colour Me Happy show, which we are very much looking forward to. And also, obviously during the show, we hope that you're going to colour along with us as well. More on that to come in just a little bit. But it is not just little old me for the course of the next few hours, because that would be very dull indeed. We have the fabulous Fiona with us. Good afternoon.
Hello, my first Colour Me Happy. My first Colour Me Happy. Woo! Anyway, look what we're going to be playing with. My absolute favourites. We've got Aqua Markers and we have got pencils, all watercolour. But look at these beautiful cards that you could be making. You know, wonderful, bright. Now, the thing is with watercolour, you often think of it being quite sort of insipid.
Yeah.
This is anything but. Isn't that stunning? So the thing is with the watercolours, you can blend your own colours. How fab does that look? Or if you want to do something very gentle and subtle with the pencils, you absolutely, well, not so subtle. Look at that.
No,
that yellow is jumping off the page. Or maybe you want to be creating your own deep, mysterious crimsons, or perhaps you want to be playing with the pencils. I mean, the deal we've got for you today is extraordinary, but you have got 72 pencils. And if you ever wondered why we put white and pale coloured pencils in these sets, this is why. When you start using them on craft card, now hold on to your hats here, folks, or you start using them on black card. Look at that. That is just sensational, isn't it? Watercolour should not show up on black card, but yes, we can. Absolutely gorgeous. So you can use those, or of course, don't forget, you get your Colour Me Happy sheets, your download that you can just go to our website and find, print them out onto watercolour card or whatever you want, because what we want to do is we want to see what you're colouring in. You've got so many, it doesn't matter what it is. If there's a technique that I'm suggesting, you can try it. But if you love any other colouring medium, this Friday is all about starting the weekend well, and this is about colouring ourselves happy.
It certainly is, and you've got, wow, loads of goodies to get from this show. There you can see on the screen there details of where you can get your free colouring download from crafterscompanion.co.uk/colour-me-happy. So make sure you get yours. Lots to chat about and lots that hopefully you'll get involved with us in as well. But first of all, let's take you through the deals. Oh, by the way, I must just say hello to a few people who arrived on time, unlike us. Akina Van Steen from Belgium, Katie Henderson from San Francisco, Ray Love from Tennessee, Bridget Deer from the Netherlands, Ruth Sayborn from the CA Sierras, Andrea Brown from Louisiana, Loretta from Arizona, Darlene from Michigan, and Sheila from Georgia. Hello to you all, and wow, what a bundle we've got for you here. It's the first time that I've seen this here on Crafters TV, but it's the Spectrum Noir 24 Aqua Markers, 72 Aqua Blend pencils, and you're also going to get for free, if you go for this bundle, the watercolour card as well, worth $3.99 or $5.99. It is a super bundle, and as you're going to see and as you're going to learn over the course of this show, you can do so much with these watercolour pens and watercolour pencils as well. You've got a whole array of different colours within the collections for you too, really not limiting you on how far that you can go with these. So let's give you a bit of an idea as to what you're going to get as far as the pens and pencils are concerned. So 24 of your Aqua Markers, as I said, and 72 Aqua Blend pencils. So here we go. First of all, our brights, and of course we get all of the different colours there, but also, Fiona, we get all of the different kind of blends as well.
The actual names of them I've written with the fine liner. Yep. The colours, look at that set.
I know.
You have got red, yellow and blue. So that means you've got your 3 primary colours. So that means with that one set, you can mix and match to make all your different colours. So the top is how they come out of the pen, and the bottom one is how you can draw them out with water or sparkle pen. We're going to be doing all of that in the show.
Oh, you betcha, with the queen of the demos. She's done so many demos over the last 3 days. You can expect lots of great demos coming up. So then we've got your botanicals as well in there, likes of your fern, your rose red, your fuchsia in there too. Next up in your pens, you've got your landscape. Again, look at all these beautiful different colours, all the greens, the sea green, the forest, the meadow, your lake blue, and your bark in there too. And then we've got all of the earths as well. So you pretty much got all the colours palettes covered really here.
All the colours that you want, but then not only are you getting all of those fantastic watercolour markers, so you've got that wonderful water-based dye in those, really nice easy pentel. We will say more about that in a minute, but then you get your watercolour pencils, and oh my word, look at what you're getting. You're getting 72 delicious, think of these as your pre-mixed pencils, but again, these are a superb quality. These have a binder which the minute you just touch it with water just releases all that incredible pigment that you've got in these pencils. They are stunning, and we will be playing with these. Oh yes, we're going to be playing with these in the show. Just look at all those greens, and you know, your landscape colours are in there. They're sensational, aren't they?
It's like a whirlwind of colour that you get with these, isn't it?
Beautiful.
It really is. There's your essentials as well. So all of those Aqua Markers, all of the Aqua Blend pencils included as well. And of course, you're going to be wanting some watercolour card, are you not? Well, if you are, good news is you get that within this collection as well. That watercolour cardstock comes with this for free, worth $3.99 or $5.99. Is that 15 sheets, 300 GSM of your smooth, professional grade watercolour card. If you want to go for that today, it's $88.95, $123.75. But as we've been discussing a lot in the last show, you won't pay that price, would you? Particularly if you're a gold, silver, or platinum member, you're going to get another 20% off that price as well. So that price is going to come down even lower for you. Now, as well as the main collection, we do have some other options for you as well. So let's run these through for you. If you want to go for the Aqua Markers on their own, the pens, you've got the ability to do that. So the 24 pen collection. And the great thing about this is you're going to get 4 sets, but you're actually only paying for 3. That's how it works out. So you've got 6 pens within each set. You've got your botanicals, brights and earth. And in this case, you get your landscape for free, $38.97 or $53.85 if you're shopping with us in the States. So there's deals to be had all over the place. Now, if you want to go for those pencils on their own, again, you can do. And once again, with this, it is a bit of a deal. You're going to get 2, but only pay. No, you're going to get 3, but only pay for 2. Get it right, Ben. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. There's a deal. So you're getting your 24-piece essentials, the 24 pens in the natural pencils rather, and then the 24 florals as well.
Less than £1 a pen.
Yeah.
Less than £1 a pen for pencils of this quality. These are artist quality watercolour pencils. I can't believe that price.
Yeah, $59.98. You're paying for 2 sets rather than 3. $79.90 if you are watching in the States. Now, if you are maybe brand new to this and you just want to dip your toe in the water, then you want to get involved and grab this starter kit. What we will say, producer Laura's just said in my ear, we do not have many of these to go around. So if you want to go for them, get in nice and quickly. This starter kit includes your watercolor card. You've got that beautiful stamp set in there as well. And then you've got 12 of your Aqua Blends as well. $26.98 or $35.94. Great way for you to maybe just get into your watercoloring. And also, if you're looking for gift ideas as well, that is a stunning way to go. 25% off, but be quick. Now, we've also got an absolutely beautiful stamp collection for you on the show as well. This is the Floral and Butterfly 34-piece stamp collection. You know what? Butterflies you're always going to use. Florals you're going to use as well. And look at the deal on this. £20 or $30 for all of that.
Good heavens.
Good heavens,
Good heavens. Well, foot of my stairs.
Exactly. You said that a few times today. The deals have been phenomenal. Save 30% there on those. And then if you think that's a stunning deal, take a look at this. These decorative floral word stamps. It's the 8-piece collection. This one includes all of the words that you can see on the screen there. So you've got friend, you have thanks and hello. Also in the collection, you've got sister, you've got sorry, you've got enjoy, congrats, and mum. Absolutely beautiful stamps. We'll see those in more detail in just a little bit. $29.94 or $41.94 is the price on those. Loads of people already getting in touch. Betsy on Facebook says, good morning from Houston, Texas, ready for round 2. Ding ding. She didn't say that, I said that. With Ben and Fiona, I love to colour. Carol on Facebook says, I have the pencils, but I need to try them, needing your inspiration. Well, you are going to get inspiration aplenty. And Dieta on YouTube saying, I have all 5 tins of the Aqua Blend pencils. I love them. I use them with my colouring books. So smooth. Now, as well, please, as sending in any questions that you've got, any comments, any pictures as well, which you can send to our studio we want to know, please, who would be your dream crafting buddy? Why are we asking that? I hear you ask, well, because today is World Dream Day. Apparently. So we were chatting about this a little bit earlier on. If you could have anyone, they don't have to necessarily be a crafter, so it might be your favourite film star, your favourite musician, your favourite TV star. Who would you love to spend a day with whilst you're crafting? Have them there in the craft room with you. Who would it be? That's what we want to know on the socials this afternoon. And also, just being nosy, as it is World Dream Day, if you've had any weird dreams recently, maybe craft-related dreams, let us know what those are, and maybe we can try and work out what they mean, decipher them. The Dream Doctor might be in the house. I'll go and get any excuse to dress up. So get social with us. Your dreams, please, and who is your dream crafting companion on the socials, and send in pics as well whilst you are colouring along as well. Now, let's go and talk about the pencils. First of all, these pens as well. First time I've seen these Aqua Markers. So how are these different to the other pens that we've got here at Crafters TV? These
are brilliant. These are a water-based dye ink in here. Now, look, they have 2 ends. So if you've never seen these before, you get that fantastic brush nib on one end, and then on the other end you get the super fine tip. Now look at that. Whoa. Oh my word, that is super fine. If you love to doodle and you love to do little pattern building, this is a perfect little nib for getting in there as well. So how these work is the brush nib, you can lay down a lot of colour. Look at this. This is the Azure Blue I'm using, by the way. Yeah. Straight out. Now, when you've got it like this, what you can then do with a bit of water is just go in. Oh, right. And you can pull all that colour out. Look at this. Oh, my word. It's like just absolutely gorgeous. Palette, isn't it? I am using the watercolour card that you are getting in this collection. Yeah. It is without doubt the best card that you can use. So you can pull it out. However, look at this. What you can also do is you can take a little bit of blue. I'm using my glass mat as a platform, and you can take a little bit. In this case, I'm using the Sunshine Yellow. Wow, look at that for a yellow, isn't it? Wowzers. You can then take your brush, mix these together, and you have got the most super. And what I love about this, when you mix the colours, is the colour stays true. When you start to put it on the card and pull it out, it's not splitting. And, it's not splitting in the single colour, it's not splitting when you mix it. So that's fantastic. But look what else you can do. You can take a little bit of your blue. Now, if you like a little bit of bling in your life, we like it to be blingaliciously gorgeous. We do, blingaliciously gorgeous. Yeah. Look at this. You can take that watercolour and you can draw it out with your sparkle pen. Oh my word. And I'm just going to dry this because you need to see this sparkle, and we all know that you don't see the sparkle until you dry it. So, right, let me just dry this, and then I will show you the pencils as well. So here we go. So look, just from 2 pens, and you are getting 24 plus all the pencils. And yes, you can use the pens and pencils together as well. But take a look at this. This is why I love watercolour products. Oh yeah, look at the sparkle. Look at that. Oh my word. So you've got that blue in all those various tints and tones. You've got that green colour that we mixed together. And then if you draw it out with your sparkle pen, It's Sparkle City.
It is Sparkle City, blingaliciously gorgeous.
Blingaliciously
we do have
gorgeous.
the sparkle pens available for you on the show if you just have a look on our website as well. So you're seeing already how amazing these pens are, and it is kind of like watercolour made easy. You definitely, I mean, you're going to get the card stock anyway with the main collection, but you definitely need to have the watercolour card to use these, of course, to get the best results.
Absolutely do.
What's the difference then? And I know you're going to show us now. So we're obviously getting the pens and we're getting the pencils as well.
Yes.
What's the difference between using those two?
It really is a case of preference. It really is a case of just your personal preference whether you like pens or pencils, because they both work exactly the same way. Now take a look at this. This is your floral collection. If you're going for the starter collection, this is where you start with your florals. I mean, look how amazing is that set. Absolutely gorgeous pinks and purples and blues and yellows. Absolutely stunning. And of course, because they're water-based, you can mix your own green. Aha! Aha! So let's actually just run some colour down. Now, with the pencils, you can use them dry. Look at this. So you can use them just like you would a pencil. And just pop some colour down. However, if you were colouring, actually, do you know what?
Yeah.
Let's colour. Let's do this on this fabulous, fabulous lassie here. So you can just colour the whole thing like this. Of course, the more colour you put down, like your wax pencils, the deeper the shade will be. But you could colour down here. And then let's mix that blue with a yellow. Oh, that yellow's gorgeous. Here we go. So at the moment, I'm just using them dry. So here we are. We'll just put a bit of yellow down here. So you can see you can just use them
as is, yeah,
as a pencil. However, when you then, and I'm using a damp brush, so I've got my brush here and I'm popping it in my water. And then just taking some of the water off. Look at this. When I just add, this is what I mean about that binder just melting away the minute you add water. Look how beautiful that looks. I mean, oh my giddy aunt, these are just stunning, are they not? And you can have that grade and shade from one colour, so from that purpley shade into the browns and the oranges. She's a real forest fairy, this one, isn't she? But you see that there? What about a bit of sparkle?
Go on, get the sparkle.
What about a bit of sparkle? I just need to clean the blue off that from the pens. But look, oh my word, works exactly the same way with your clear sparkle pen. So imagine what you're getting here. If you've got a clear sparkle pen, is you've got 72 sparkalicious colours.
Yep.
And then you've got 24 sparkalicious colours with your other one as well. If I just dry this now and hold it up to this, and then what we'll do is we'll do a couple of quick backgrounds, shall we?
Okay, just a couple of questions coming in as well. Lots of people say they've already got the pencils. Carol Ann on Facebook says, I have a question. How many are in the complete collection for the Aqua Markers?
In the complete collection, there's another 48 on top of those.
Right, so that's 72.
Yeah, that will be the number, Ben.
And then Shannon on YouTube says, what kind of stamping ink are you supposed to use?
Okay, I'm glad you asked me that question. I will show you right now. So look, there you go. Look, can you see that? Absolutely beautiful. So whether you're using the pens or pencils or you're going for today's collection, you can do whatever you want with both. So I'm going to answer that question about your stamping ink right now.
Okay. Can I just say as well, we're loving all of the interaction here, but you know when I said it's World Dream Day, who would you be the dream person you want to craft along with? Right, I'm going to make a stipulation. You can't choose people from Crafters TV. It's got to be, do you know what I mean? Because we're just getting all the names of your favourite.
For a bacon sandwich, wouldn't we?
Well, yeah, exactly. And to be honest, whilst everyone's name's getting mentioned, the majority of people saying Sarah. You got to choose like somebody else, like a film star or a movie star. Film star, it's the same thing. Like a random person or a musician, like I don't know, just
Gene Kelly.
But there you go. That was Fiona's from early on. So you would have crafted with Gene Kelly. So what? Yeah. So you'd crafted whilst Gene was sort of singing and dancing around the craft room.
Absolutely.
That's what we're after. You can't just all keep going Sarah. Obviously Sarah. Sarah. You got to choose someone else. You got to choose someone else. And also send in your dreams as well. We want to know what your dreams have been recently on World Dream Day. Any crafty dreams, any weird dreams that we can kind of try and work out what they mean for you as we go through the show. But get these deals as well. Send us pictures of your latest pictures that you've been colouring, because we'd love to see what you've been up to. And right now, I know Fiona is going to answer the question about what kind of stamping ink we're supposed to use.
Okay, so I'm going to show you why you need to go for this ink. So I've got my stamping platform here, and we are going to pop a piece of card just on there, and I've got the beautiful butterfly from that Butterfly Meadow set. I think this is a stamp which comes with there. So I'm going to make sure I've got some water to hand. I'm just going to line this up because I'm going to be quick.
Okay.
Now, the minute I stamp this, I'm going to be very, very quick. So there you go. Now, this is the ink you need.
Yep.
You need our Finesse waterproof dye ink.
So when you're using the watercolour markers, you need the waterproof dye ink.
Waterproof dye ink.
Right.
And the reason why you need it is this. So we're going to put a goodly cover. We're going to get this nice and juicy. I'm doing this so that you can see I'm putting loads and loads of ink on there. We're going to turn this over, stamp it quickly. Absolutely beautiful. All that detail. Look.
Yeah. Oh, hello. What are you doing?
Look. I have absolutely drowned.
You have drowned the butterfly.
That. But look what's happening. I'm even going to bring this close. I'm going to have water all over the place.
Yes.
But I'm going to bring that closer. That's why is not moving. That is why you want waterproof ink, because that ink is perfect and it is not going to smudge or smear when you use your watercolour paints. Now, I need to clear this up. Okay. Before we do some background.
Well, listen, whilst you're clearing up, Donna is asking, where are the Colour Me Happy sheets located? If you go to our website, and it's crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu, in the Shop the Show category, there you go. There's the details on the screen there. Also, must just mention, the stamping platform is on an unbelievable deal, as you saw briefly at the bottom of the screen there a second ago. £22 or $26.50. That's a brilliant deal, and normally when this is in, we can't keep it in stock long enough, so get it whilst you can. So handy if you find stamping a trouble, particularly with your batch stamping as well. This is a great thing to have. You know, if maybe you've got dexterity issues and you've given up stamping because of that, this really is brilliant, because as you've seen, you get that precision, you get the quickness, and you get the ease of stamping as well. Keep all of these messages coming in. Now you're getting the hang of it, you see. Gwen says, I would like to craft with Will Smith, you know? Ooh. Getting crafty with it, yeah. Keep those coming in. Yes, who would you like to craft with? Who's your dream crafter? Right, Fiona.
Okay, so we're going to do a very quick background first. Now, anybody can do this background. We're going to choose some of my favourite colours that we've got in here. Azure blue, fuchsia. We'll have the sunshine. Don't blame it on this. No, I won't sing. It's fine.
Go on, do it, Fiona.
It's fine. No, we don't want to scare people who are out there. So look, I've got verdant green, sunshine, azure blue, and fuchsia. And what we're going to do is this. We are going to just mark the corners. Now this, I'm using a glass craft mat, but you could also use your non-stick craft sheet. And we're just going to, now if you can pick up a pen and scribble, you can make these fabulous backgrounds. And it may just look like I'm playing, but the fun thing is you can do this and then turn them into an absolute work of art. Do you know, I might do two with these, and then do two with the pencils as well.
Glass mat's a good thing to have to mix on then as well.
Glass mat's a fab thing. If you've got it in your collection, it's a really good thing. Mine gets used all the time. I have to say, I don't bring my personal one up because you'd be shocked and horrified talking about tidy craft rooms. Or my glass mat can tell a tale or two
of what
I've got. Now look at that, isn't that gorgeous?
It's a bit 80s, that.
Yeah, very, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love bright colours, as you might have guessed.
So what are you doing now? Spritzing?
Spritzing it just with some water. Going to spritz my bit of card.
Oh, here we go.
And then here we go. If you can do a potato print, you can do this.
Do a what?
Yeah, potato print.
Oh, like you used to do at school?
Yeah, like you used to do at
that.
school. Because all we're doing is picking up that beautiful ink on there. You want it to run a bit more. We're just going to let that
looks like there's a butterfly in there.
Yeah, isn't it fantastic? And if I bring in some of the ones that I've done before, take a look at that. That's just with the stencil of a tree on the top of it, or maybe, you never know what you're going to get. This
is unique every time, isn't it?
Absolutely, every single time. I keep all of these because I'll just use them to stamp a quick sentiment on, and then I have a card. So it's just fantastic.
I mean, again...
There we go. So that's going to go over in the corner and start drying.
So many great hints and tips. A great way to be able to do all your backgrounds as well. Hopefully you're seeing already why these collections are so good and so much fun. Loads of great messages coming in. Wendy E. Martin on Facebook says she'd like to craft with her granddad Joe. April on Facebook, I would like to craft with Oprah Winfrey.
Ooh.
So there you go. Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? CC Simon on YouTube, the colour is so rich, doesn't look like watercolour. I know, just stunning, aren't they? Whether you're using the pens or the pencils. And a couple more here. Shannon on YouTube says, my dream crafting buddy would be, besides Sarah Davies, May made it. And Vanessa Fuentes on YouTube says, since I cannot select Sarah, I feel really bad now, and you cannot select Sarah, then I would love to craft with Jennifer Lopez. Jenny from the block there. I know, look at me knowing all the names. I used to be a radio DJ, of course, so I know, used to be. It makes me really sad to say that. But yes, so I know all of the pop groups. Deborah also said she'd like to craft with Elton John. Real name?
Reg Strike.
Correct, for a point. Well done.
I didn't know we were going to have a pop quiz in the middle of this, but hey, there we go. My one bit of trivia.
Right, so yes, this is the main collection, of course. Make sure you get your hands on this if you haven't already with the Aqua Markers, your 72 Aqua Blend pencils collection. And of course, you get that cardstock included as well. That free cardstock, it's worth $3.99 or $5.99. And you will, of course, need that to get the best results. But already seen some fantastic demos. And back to the queen of demos, as I'm going to call her, Finn.
So we're going to do a quick background with the pencils. So all I've done is I've used the pencil sharpener just to sharpen a few of my pencils. So I'm just taking off shavings. You could do this with a craft knife if you fancied it, but I thought we'd be safe and I'd use a pencil.
So what are you doing? Using the bits you sharpened?
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at this. This is such good fun. Oh, I've picked up 2 pieces of card. Let me just scooch those around. So that doesn't look very much, does it?
No.
Really. This will show you, by the way, why these pencils are so good. Look at this. Oh my word.
Oh, you
look
can
at that
see it
colour.
like forming before your eyes.
It is just like confetti, but can you see all that's pencil shavings?
That's like watching it's like watching a firework display.
Isn't it brilliant? And that will just go until you decide to stop it. So if I just grab some of these, again, you can be using that technique to make backgrounds for, we'll do it there. Backgrounds for your stamps, look at that. But what about using, look at that. Oh, doesn't that look good?
Yeah.
And in fact, if you're looking for that stamp, Ben, we had that on yesterday, didn't we?
We did have that on yesterday. Wasn't that on the end of summer sale?
It was indeed. So it may still be there, bargain. There we go. Use that technique as well.
We got another one of our summer sale countdowns coming up in around about half an hour's time. But already, how many great demos, how many great ideas, and how many ways you can use these watercolor pens and pencils. The great thing is, again, if like set on getting the whole lot, you can do, but we've got smaller bundles available for you as well. In the main collection, you are going to get the lot, as we said. You're going to get the Botanicals, Brights, Earth and Landscape Spectrum Noir Aqua Blends, and you're also going to get all of the Aqua Blend pencils as well. All of those included for you. It's a massive collection. And I just think, you know what, if you've tried watercolouring in the past and you found it difficult, this is a great way to get into it. And actually, again, all of the different things that you can do already inside the first half hour, we've seen so many great demos, so many ways to use the pens and the pencils as well. You're just going to have the time of your life. If you go for this main collection, as I've said, we will give you the watercolour card for free as well. That comes included. Now, we realise not everybody's budgets will stretch to that, and maybe not everybody will want to go for the full collection. Maybe you've already got the pencils. Well, if you have, then you can go for this next collection, which brings you the Aqua Markers on their own. So 24 in this collection. And the great thing about this is you're buying 3 of them. No, let's get this right. You're buying all 4, but you're only paying for 3. Get the deals right, Ben, for goodness sake. I know it's been a long week, but you can work this out. $38.97 or $53.85. So you get the Botanicals, you get the Brights and the Earth, and you get the Landscape for free. 24 pens, you're only paying for 18 of them. That's a great way to be able to break it down. However, if you are brand new to this and you're thinking, well, this does look quite a lot of fun, but I don't want to get the whole lot immediately. I just want to stick my toe in the ocean and have a little, have a little dabble. Then you can do. This is the starter kit, so you're going to get 12 of your Aqua Markers, and you're also going to get that beautiful stamp with the butterfly and that glorious meadow, and we'll give you the watercolor card as well. That one, by the way, is limited. And you are getting the ink, you're getting the stamp for free, I think. I think that works out. You are? Yeah, you are. $26.98 or $35.94. Now, if you're wanting ways to be able to keep all of your pens in a good order, then this is the way to do it. This is the Spectrum Noir Universal Black Pen Tray. So you're going to get 6 trays for $19.99 or $24.95. We did actually have a few questions about how we store these, which we'll talk about in just a few moments' time. But yeah, make sure you grab that. If your pens are all over the place, this is a great way to ensure that you can keep them all in good order. $19.99 or $24.95. Is your price on that. Now, as well as stamps, these are proving really, really popular. This is the 34-piece collection of the butterflies and the florals as well. It's a great deal, £20 for all of those. You're going to get 34 stamps in total, ranging across the beautiful butterflies, ranging across those wonderful flowers as well. Great to get you started as just a stamp collection to use, with all of your other crafting goodies. But again, using those in conjunction with your watercolors, your pens and your pencils as well, just great. And also, you know what, if you are shopping for Christmas, if you are shopping for gift ideas as well, not a huge amount you're having to spend to get a lot too. £20 or $30 if you want to go for that. And don't forget, even more savings to be had if you're part of our Club Inspire as well. Now, we've also got more stamps on the show for you too. These also proving very, very popular indeed. These are the Decorative Floral Word stamps. So it's an 8-piece collection. I think these are really nice as kind of like standout focal points for your cards and your projects, but also just as nice that you could almost just like stamp these out and colour these and then have them as nice pieces of home decor as well, couldn't you? Or make little tags with these as well. I think they're really, really cute. So in this collection, you have got Mum. You've got the beautiful friend there as well. I love the fact that you've got all of these beautiful words wrapped with these wonderful florals there. There is thanks. We'll get the price up on screen for you in just a second for these as well. There we go. There's your hello. You've also got in there sister. Then you have the sorry, enjoy, And the final one within the collection, the 8-piece collection, is Congrats. All of those you get for $29.94 or $41.94. So much coming in. It's one of those shows where it's so busy, I'm struggling to keep up and I don't want to miss out on all of the questions that are coming in. So, let's ask this one very quickly. Roberta on YouTube says, Fiona, how do you store your pencils? Do you keep them in the original tin or do you group all the light colours together?
Absolutely. I keep mine in the original tin and I keep them in the order that it comes with. Now that's for me, that is a personal thing because it means when I pick up a tin to take it out, I know hopefully that the right pens are in the right tin, which makes my life a lot easier. However, whether you mix and match the sets, what I would say is always keep your pencils in your tins because that keeps them flat and it saves them from knocking into each other. That keeps the core of your pencil nice and solid because what you don't want is those pencils knocking together and that core getting all fractured.
Lovely question, good answer. Laura Jade on Facebook says, oh wow Fiona, you are an arty crafty goddess. I am so inspired. Carol says Aqua Blend pencils are amazing, the colours are so vibrant, I love them. And Katie McDade on Facebook, I have all the pencils and pens, but they're just ornaments, I'm afraid to use them. Well, don't be afraid to use them. This is right, come on, right. You need to get them out now, right? Get them out, get your pens or pencils out. If you're like Katie and you're afraid to use them, this is the show where you get them out and you can colour along with us and you can follow all of the steps that Fiona's showing you, breaking it down nice and easy for you, and then you can send in all of your pictures as well. So Katie, I'm telling you now, you need to get them out and start using them right away. And of course you can colour along with us because we've got the download for you on our website as well. If you go to our website, you can download the pictures to colour along. There you go, all the details on the screen just there. You can print it out on some watercolour card and get having a go. We are going to be looking at loads because I know Terry Lisa on YouTube says, can you show the Aqua Marker colours again? We will have a look at those very shortly for you.
And I mean, is it Katie who's too afraid to get them out of the... Right, Katie, get them out, and if the only thing you do is do a scribble and draw it out with water, that's all you need to do. But once you break that fear of picking them up and just pulling them out with some water, you'll be away. We won't be stopping you. You'll be there like a Grand National winner. Absolutely.
There you go. You heard it from the top. Make sure you do it. Keep the messages coming in as well, by the way, about who would be your dream crafter, who you'd love to craft with. Can't be anyone from Crafters TV. We've had Charlotte saying, I'd love to have crafted with Robin Williams. I would laugh through the whole experience. Wasn't he brilliant, Robin Williams? And Betsy on Facebook. Now, I don't know why, but Betsy says, I would love to craft with Bradley Cooper. I mean, I can't imagine why you'd love to craft with the ever so handsome and ever so hunky Bradley Cooper, but you know, maybe he's good with his watercolours. I don't know.
I think I'm thinking of a different person. I thought there was a comedian called Brad Cooper. Who am I thinking of? Are you thinking of Tommy Cooper? No, well, maybe. Well, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, we're going to be using these fantastic stamps. Now look at this. Now this is kind of similar to what I'm going to be doing because we're going to be using white embossing, but doesn't that look sensational? Wow. Just the stripes of colour. But you get so many in that collection. You're getting Enjoy, you're getting Congrats just there. I mean, don't they look stunning? You're getting Mom in there as well. Big as well, aren't they? They are big. This is why I thought I'd show you some of the samples because you don't really understand what size these are. There you are. There's your thanks as well. And there's another one with the hello. But I'm going to be working with the one which is sister. So sisters, we are going to be sisters. There were never two devoted sisters. I really don't think we were destined to sing, but there you go. But don't we enjoy it, eh? Don't we enjoy it? And we get lovely messages about singing. And they go, gosh, thank you. Gosh, thank you. I didn't really turn the TV down on mute. Look at the size of this stamp. This is what I'm talking about. That's a big sister. Oh my word, that is a big sister, isn't it? I'm the big sister. Are you? Yes. I've got a baby sister. Yeah. I've got a big sister. Have you? Yeah. Yeah, they're the best. Big sisters are the best. It's official. Yeah. Well, my big sister's my favourite sister. Yeah. She's my only sister, but you know, she's my favourite one. Now, when you are doing heat embossing, as I am going to do, these little anti-static bags are your friend. Essentially what they do is they stop any of the heat embossing powder sticking anywhere but where I want it to stick. You will find them all over the place. I know people use cornstarch as an alternative. What I would say is if you've been tempted to use talc, I would be careful because talc tends to have moisturisers in. So cornstarch is a much better idea.
Leanne puts cornstarch in a pop sock?
Yeah,
I don't
brilliant
understand what
idea.
that sentence means.
Brilliant idea to turn it into an anti-static bag.
What's a pop
French
sock?
chalk. Pop sock, like a little nylon sock that only goes halfway up your leg. Like a stocking.
I don't think
with
I've ever
having
worn
a
one of
slow
those, have
day. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. They're like what? Half tights?
Yeah.
Oh no, I definitely haven't worn any of those.
Right, I'm using the Watermark ink pad, which is a sticky ink pad, and it's just clear. Well, this one's not so clear. I'm not even showing you the other side of that. Look. Oh my word.
Oh.
But it is a clear ink pad. I think actually what's happened is it's got stained with something. Yours will be beautiful and pristine and clean. But anyway, so get all your sticky ink on there. I'm using my platform again because this is a grand way of doing it. You pop it in and we're just going to give that a good old press down. There we go.
The ink pad's on your screen, by the way, if you want to grab it. Details at the bottom there for you.
Fortunately, I'm going to cover that in white embossing powder, so even where it is a little bit yucky, we're not going to see it when it's all done. So I have a king-size pot of embossing powder, but you'll find embossing powders on our website. I mean, embossing powders are just one of those things that are really useful to have. So now there we go. I can just about see that. So what you would do, by the way, you use a tiny amount, so always remember when you're using it to put a piece of paper and card underneath, because otherwise you're going to have the devil's own job trying to get it back in the pot. Yeah. Speaking from bitter experience, you betcha. Right, okay, so then to heat, I'm just going to move that out of the way. So to heat emboss, let me turn that off. Here we go. Now I heat from above.
Yeah.
The reason for that being is I like to see what I'm doing. I've tried the heating from underneath.
And?
Doesn't work for me.
But it's I suppose personal choice, right?
Yeah, it's personal choice. But you can see, hopefully, that it is changing and it's going glossy. Now, the minute it goes glossy, you move away. Now, I'm using a heat tool. Do not try this with a hairdryer. It doesn't get hot enough to do it. You will find the heat tools, I think, on our website. I'm sure we've got them on the website as well. And they are just, once you get into heat embossing, you will absolutely, honestly, love it, love it, love it, love it. So, there we go. Can't see an awful lot of anything very much there, can you? So now we're going to start playing with our pens. So, just move that out of the way. Oh, look at me trying to be tidy. So,
it's the first time this week.
I know, absolutely. Yeah, not known for my tidiness. So what we're going to do, we're going to go hot pink, I think.
Okay.
And lake blue. And let's go for daffodil.
Okay.
This time. And what you can do with these is I'm going to get my wider brush and just, now all I'm doing is damping the surface down. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is just do another ridiculously quick background. Scribble on my mat. I'm going to pick the colour up with my nice flat brush. And then, might need a little more water. Then start to move that colour up the card.
There we go. It's like one of these magic pictures.
It is, isn't it? As I move that colour up or down the card, in this case, it's going to reveal that fabulous, fabulous white embossing. So we're going to put some yellow. Oh, I'm doing it again. We're putting yellow. There we go. Look, yellow. There we are on the glass mat. And it's not doing the nib any harm. And then what we're going to do is Look at this.
Oh, this is magic.
I mean,
I love
just
watching demos
gorgeous,
like this
isn't it?
where things appear before your very eyes. Like, tell you what as well, loads of love for the demo that you did earlier on with the pencil shavings.
Oh,
so
smashing.
many people have commented about that, saying what a fab demo that was.
Oh, smash it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I mean, that's just a really good fun, and it means that you can make use of everything that you with the pen, even the pencil sharpening.
Yes, exactly.
Isn't that great? So don't throw them away. And then we're going to go with that blue at the bottom, but look how gentle and subtle and gorgeous this is, and we can blend those colours just in. There
Mesmerising to watch, isn't it?
Just stunning, isn't it? Now, if I turn that round and show you, doesn't that look pretty?
Love that.
Doesn't that look stunning? So just a simple bit of white embossing and then that beautiful blend of colour. You could be doing so many of this because this is just a quarter of one sheet of that watercolour card. Absolutely fabulous. Love it.
Amazing. So many comments coming in. I can hardly keep up here. Sharon on YouTube saying, hi Ben and Fiona from sunny Torquay. Torquay! That's my neck of the woods. I'm a Brixham boy, Sharon. So there you go. You'll have to say hi to my mum and dad. They're still there in Brixham. But yes, Torquay, lovely part of the world. I've been looking forward to this Colour Me Happy. I have all the pencils, but not used them. I've also made a couple of cards with the flower alphabet stamps. Get your pencils out, Sharon. There's a fellow Devonian, I'm telling you. Also, Judith says, I have and I love these Spectrum Noir Aqua Markers. My wish list is for the Aqua pencils. My ideal person to craft with would be Mr. Tyler Perry himself. Valerie on Facebook, we're asking you, by the way, who you'd like to craft with, who your dream craft partner would be, because it is World Dream Day. Valerie says, I would love to have crafted with Elvis Presley. And talking of sisters, because obviously we had that last sister stamp. Mary on Facebook says, I'm the big sister and only daughter growing up with two brothers is awesome. I love my brothers to bits. Shadiah says, I'm a big sister to the three after me. My mum had 12 children, 7 girls and 5 boys, one set of twins boys. I know. And Shadiah on Facebook, going back to Dream Craft Buddies, Idris Elba from Luther. I would like to craft along with him. Brilliant actor in my opinion. I tell you what, that series as well, Luther, whoa, what a show that is. Loved that, loved that. Right, keep those messages coming in. We're really enjoying your interaction in the show, but let me recap on the colours for you that we've got in this collection. So the Spectrum Noir 24 Aqua Markers and 72 Aqua Blend Pencils collection. You have these beautiful botanicals all included in the collection. And again, you've seen some fantastic demonstrations already as to how you can use these. There's your landscape with all of the colours there. Next up is your earth with your sage and your bramble, your tawny, your clay, your peat and your flint. And then here are your brights with all of your primary colours. And you saw that great demo earlier on, how just pop a little bit on your mat, mix your water, and there you go. You can then create pretty much whatever colours you want to go for. In there you've got your flame red, they've got the yellow, the alpine green, the azure blue, the Prussian blue, and then you have got that pink as well. So all of those colours included within the pens. But then of course, if you're going for the main collection, you've got all of these pencils as well. And again, just so much scope to do whatever that you want to do really. So you've got all of the essentials in there. We've also got your naturals. And then we've got your florals too. Again, still seeing people mentioning about the demos that Fiona was doing with the pencils, and that one with the pencil shavings was just amazing. And when you consider, right, you get all of those. So yes, 24 of your Aqua Markers, 72 of the pencils. It works out at 92 pence per item, and we'll work out the dollars for you as well. It's phenomenal value for money. And also with this particular deal, you're getting that watercolour card absolutely free, and that is worth $3.99 or $5.99. In the States, $1.30 per item, really great value. As we've said, the great thing about here at Crafters TV is we've got the main collection, which is kind of the best value for money deal, but if you can't stretch to that, we do have the smaller bundles for you as well, which we'll talk more about in just a little bit. I can't believe that we're almost halfway through the show already, so keep those questions coming in, keep those messages coming in as well about your dream craft buddies, and also if anyone's got any dreams they want us to decipher. I mean, we don't really know, we'll probably just make it up.
Yeah.
But you know, if you've got if you've got any dreams that you've had recently that you'd like to tell us about, then we'd love to hear about those too. One thing which I can tell you for sure is that this Sunday is going to see the end of something here at Crafters TV. It is going to see the end of my seagull impression, because it's the end of summer sale. Now, if you missed it earlier on, we brought the chart countdown back because we did this the other day and we didn't do the music and stuff. And everyone was like, "Oh, hang on a minute, when you're doing the countdown of the your favourite items in the summer sale, we like it when you do the music and the dancing and stuff." So what we're going to do is we're going to count down 10 more of Fiona's favourites from the summer sale as we do our chart countdown. So I'll put my smashy and dicey voice on, mate, and I'll say to my pop-tastic friend over there, what's at number 10, Fiona?
And at number 10, we have Sorrow in the Signatures.
Sorrow in the Signatures, yeah.
The pom-pom trim. Take a look at this crafty fun. Absolutely 2 meters of just the most amazing pom-pom trim. Imagine that on your cards, on fabric. It is going to look absolutely incredible, and so much.
That's pom-pom-tastic, mate. £1 or $1.75 over 55% off.
Wow.
What's in at number 9, great mate?
Number 9 has sold out.
Wow,
Oh.
It was so popular it's gone. What's in at number 8?
Right, at Ditsy Balloon, we have got a really beautiful, pretty die. Now look at this. This is your Ditsy Balloon. This is an outline die. It will cut this out. Absolutely gorgeous. Imagine just putting that silhouette on one of your backgrounds. Absolutely fantastic.
6.25 or 7.25. What's in at number 7?
Number 7 is the sellout.
Wow! New entry in at number 6.
At number 6, now this is fantastic. This is your henna die and stamps. This will make the most amazing fans. Look at that. You could make this, print it several times, colour it in. You can make your own fans for the fronts of cards, tops for boxes, and you've got lots of different dies so you can cut in or out of that. Sensational.
$2.75 or $3.75, over 70% off. In at number 5, something that's rather charming.
Oh, now look at this. You must get this one in your collection. I don't know how I missed this. This is the charming blue tier. Again, one of those sensational outline dies. Imagine using that, stick it over acetate, then colour it in with your pens, or put it on your watercolour card and then colour it in with your pencils.
$3.75 or $4.75. In at number 4, nobody puts Primrose in the corner.
Oh, no, they don't, because look at this. This is fantastic. This is your beautiful, beautiful Primrose corner, which is absolutely fantastic. What if you've got all of your, I'm going to tell them what was happening there. I'm going to bring that right. I'm going to tell them what was happening there. My lovely director said, Fiona, to your right. Now, the problem is, I can't tell my left from right.
We didn't notice.
Crafty confessions time. I have to figure out which is my right by figuring out which hand I write with. So there we go. To my left. There
to the
you
left,
go.
to the left.
To my right.
To the right. Do you know how I
There
remember?
we go.
No word of a lie. Just to start, when I know, anyway. But if I ever did get confused, I'd hold it. You hold it your L like that, and then you go, oh, that's an L, so that is your left hand. That's how I remember.
Yes.
The right one is just, I don't know.
Just
loser. In at number 3.
In at number 3, it's a sellout.
Oh,
my word.
Great,
oh
mate.
my word.
So that means we need to flutter by to the butterflies at number 2.
Okay, if you got one of our most popular dies before, this one is your crafty, beautiful butterflies. Look at that again, dancing butterflies, and you've got that outline die. Sensational.
That's $9.75 or $12.25, but we've got a big entry in at this week's number one.
And at number one, drum roll, we have thanks. Look at that, isn't that sensational? So you get the die, you also get the stamps. You could have just to say thanks for being you. Thanks, I love it. Heartfelt thanks for everything.
Well, thank you for everything, great mate. $4.75 or $5.75 if you want to go for thanks. That one is absolutely flying out of the door, and I tell you, it's gone platinum. It's gone crazy. It's our end of summer sale. Anne says on Facebook, you are very good at the bird calls, Ben. Well, thank you very much indeed. Molly Hannah on YouTube says, I don't know my right from my left either. I had to think of what hands I write with. Also, no, just do that one. Just do that one that you go like that, because then that's your L.
Molly and I know what we're talking about. We're there, Molly and I. Kindred spirits,
But thank you for all the messages coming in. Loads of messages coming. We'll look through these in just a second. We've got birthdays coming in. We've got... also messages about who you want to craft with, your dream crafting partner, and we've also got some dreams coming in as well that need deciphering. All that on the way, but let's get back. We do some demos now, did we say? Oh yeah, we'll go over to Fiona. We'll go over to Fiona and see what she's demoing.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at this. Now, if you've not seen this before, this is Pebeo drawing gum. This is sensational stuff. This is your masking fluid for watercolouring, because of course you can't mask it with paper, because if you're watercolouring your background over it, it'll get wet.
Yes.
It'll get wet. So this solves a myriad of problems. So we're going to use this in two different ways. The first thing I'm going to do is stamp. I'm using the Butterfly Meadow, by the way, and I'm going to stamp this pretty little butterfly right here. You'll notice I'm just popping it down roughly where I want it to be, because I find that the easiest way to position them, and then you can pick it up. Easy, eh? Easy peasy. Easy.
That's the butterfly we've got in the collection today, is it?
This is the one in the starter. I think it's in the starter kit and in the other collection. Yeah. It is called Butterfly Meadow. It's a photopolymer stamp. I kid you not. I mean, these stamps are just the most sensational quality. Photopolymer stamps allow you to get all of that detail, and they're a good, robust stamp. That is that. Look at the detail in that. Look at the detail, and you're not only getting that butterfly, you're getting all of these brilliant. As well. So you're getting, your wings already exist. All you have to do is fly. You're simply wonderful. You're getting that beautiful meadow. You're getting all these smaller butterflies as well, and that big butterfly. It's a fantastic set. It really, really is. Okay, so I've stamped that. Now I want to stamp some of these smaller little butterflies. Now, how I'm going to stamp these is a wee bit different. Because I'm going to use the Pebeo drawing gum to stamp with. I kid you not. Not only can you use it as masking fluid, you can use it on a stamp to mask an area. So again, we're just going to pick those up. Now, we're going back. The thing that I love about Pebeo masking fluid above all other masking fluids is it washes out of your brushes in water. Yeah. I have used other masking fluid, and quite honestly, by the end of my time using it, my brush was a stick. I might as well, I mean, it just, really? And it's depressing. But this washes straight out. So all I'm doing, flat brush, just going over my stamps. As you can see, I'm going to turn this over and stamp with it. That blue, by the way, that you can see there, that is just really there so you can see what you've done. So I've got 3 little blue butterfly shaped areas which are now masked out. I'm just going to give that little brush a swizz in some water
Details
and
of your Pebeo on the bottom of the screen.
Look at that. That has come out beautifully, cleanly, and that brush is not damaged in any way. However, what you can also do with this is just put a little bit of water. I need to grab myself some tissue. Here we go. Little bit of water. So I've got a damp brush. I'm going straight into my pot, And the thing about this is because it doesn't damage your brushes, you don't worry about using it. Now remember, I'm using a waterproof dye ink, our Finesse waterproof dye ink, so it's not moving when I put this gum on. Look at this. Now the blue just shows me the areas where I've gone, but because I'm not worried about damaging my beautiful brush, I'm happy to go into these smaller areas just to make sure that's gone. Now look at this, I'm going to show you, look at that. The tip on that is absolutely magic, ready for me to paint with again. So you just wash it out in water. Same with your stamps, just wash it off yourself with stamps. Now, I personally leave this to dry like that. I don't force dry it, I just leave it to dry.
How long for?
10-15 minutes maybe. But in true
here's one I made
crafty
earlier.
Style, look at that. This is the one that I did between shows. So now it's all ready to go. So we are just going to pick up some fabulous colours. Let me just move this out of the way. Out of the way.
10% of your masking fluid has gone, by the way, and also thank you from Mary on Facebook who says thank you for demoing the Pebeo masking fluid.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, that will never be a problem for me to do. We need a yellow again. Where did I put my other yellow?
Also, but I'm just on the left and right things. Gwen on Facebook says, don't feel bad, Fiona. I figure left and right with my wedding rings and that I'm left-handed.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, now I'm having to work it out. I'm looking at my hands going, yeah, the wedding rings are on the left hand.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yeah. There you go. Yeah, it's just one of those things, you know, sometimes people have those things which just don't compute. I have no idea why, but they just don't compute.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, anyway, so again, what I'm doing is we're going to do one of those quick backgrounds that I showed you before. So we're just going to scribble some yellowy over there, and then we're going to actually do some pink.
Just apparently it's quite a common thing in creative people.
Well, you see, that's the reason why.
So that's what it is. and a lot of creative people, I don't know how true this is, but I hear like a lot of creative people are left-handed as well, aren't they? Is that true, or I made that up?
I don't know. I'm not, I have to say.
Not my what, creative? You are creative.
I'm not left-handed. My husband's left-handed.
Your husband's left-handed?
So there you go, yeah. My husband's a lefty. And I think my nephew is a left-hander as well. So there you go. So again, look at that. Pretty mess. Pretty mess. All I've done, if you can scribble with a pen, you can do this. Just spritz that with water to get it moving. Now this is my one which is completely dry. I'm just spritzing that just to let the colour help move. And all we're going to do...
I love this technique.
Is just smush it around.
Smush it.
Smush it around.
Yeah, go on.
You're never going to get the same thing twice. And this is great because you just get a creative splodge, hopefully. Now look at that. Oh, yes. Let me bring that down.
Look at that.
So you can see how gorgeous is that. There we go. So again, you would let this, I would normally get a second print out of all of that, so I'm being really good. Yeah. So there we go. That looks like a really sort of dramatic sky, doesn't it?
It looks like you spent ages like planning out how you were going to create that. It looks amazing, but just brilliant.
But no, there's one that I did earlier so that I can show you how to take the Pebeo drawing gum off. Now I'm just going to dry my craft mat a wee bit. Okay. Because
just whilst you're doing that, loads of messages still coming in. Melissa, we're talking about who you would love to craft with, dream crafters. Melissa, I would love to craft with my late Aunt Clara. She loved cards, loved to send them. You'd get one every holiday, every birthday, and just one saying hi. She's my inspiration. She would have loved knowing she could have made them too. And Ruth on Facebook, I would and do enjoy crafting with my granddaughters, but due to COVID, we're crafting via Zoom. I would love to craft with them in person. Well, it's not the best thing. It's better kind of, crafting together, isn't it? But, it's nice to have Zoom and all these kind of things. I'm sure we'll all be crafting together again very soon. And can I just quickly read you this one? We've been asking for dreams. Terry Lisa on YouTube, her dream. I had a recurring nightmare when I was a kid that a rose bush ate part of my family.
Oh,
but
sorry.
we were able to save them. That's like, have you seen that film or the movie Little Shop of Horrors?
Oh.
Have you seen it? Little Shop of Horrors. With the, what is it called? The Venus flytrap.
Oh, yeah. Seymour.
Seymour.
Feed me, Seymour.
Feed me Seymour. So, yeah, anyway. Back over your side, what's going on?
Right, okay, so now we've got one which is dry, so I've left it to dry. And again, you see I did the same thing, slightly different look. This is how you get rid of your Pebeo drawing gum. Look, you just rub it away. So can you see my little butterfly outlines, just little outlines in the sky?
Yes.
And then look at this. The nice thing about Pebeo drawing gum is it comes straight off,
that looks
and
really
it's
satisfying.
not taking it really is, and it hasn't taken and damaged the surface of my card. So that stamping is all there and all fabulous. So now what you can do is you can colour this in. So you could colour it in with your pens or your pencils. Now that lovely lady who said she's crafting with her grandchildren, or she can't craft with her grandchildren.
Yeah, that was Ruth.
Okay, stay watching. I'm going to show you how you could send your grandchildren a palette of colour so you could colour along together on Zoom. A palette of colour so you can colour along on Zoom. So I'm just very, very quickly going to colour this in, which is just gorgeous. Here we go. And because it's a butterfly, and because I love butterflies, what we're going to do is we're going to make this one sparkle. Of course we are.
You love your sparkle, don't you, Fiona?
I do. I just, yeah, you've got to have a bit of bling.
Yeah.
You've got
Blingaliciously gorgeous is a phrase
gorgeous
that I'm going to remember this week. Blingaliciously gorgeous.
But look at this. Can you see, even though that Pebeo drawing gum has been on this card, that card, because that binder is just so fantastic, it is absolutely just releasing that hit of colour. And I mean, you saw how little I scribbled on there. So imagine how far that is going to go. And of course, you can then stamp a sentiment onto that. Or indeed, if you're looking at that background and going, that's a bit neat. Spray your hand with some water.
Yeah.
And flick it with just with water. Leave it for a second, and hopefully.
Oh, and then
you can lift. Oh, look at that!
Yes.
How gorgeous does that look? You know, stamp your sentiment on it. That's the front of a card done, isn't it? Okay. Right. There we go.
Honestly, the demos, everyone is absolutely loving. Lots of people happy that you've been demoing the Pebeo masking fluid. April on YouTube said I bought the drawing gun masking fluid a while ago and haven't used it as I forgot how. So thank you for the reminder. Also, lots of people saying about the pens and pencils as well. Colette on YouTube, my 4-year-old granddaughter and I used the pencils with the Annabelle Spenceley stamps the last time she visited, and she had so much fun magically painting afterwards. That's what it was like, wasn't it? The magic demo that we saw earlier on from Fiona, and just a couple of ones on lefties and righties. Tempting Tatiana on YouTube says lefties are 5% of the world population but make up 20% of Mensa membership. There you go, you see. Yes, there you go. That's why I'm right-handed. Right.
Me too.
Let's just give you a recap of the main collection. And boy, oh boy, are you absolutely loving it. Right, within this collection, of course, you are going to get your 24 Aqua Markers. You're going to get them in the Botanicals collection. You're going to get your landscape, your earths and your brights. So basically you've pretty much got every colour palette covered off within those Aqua Markers. Don't forget double-ended as well with your sort of brush nib, and then you've got your precision nib as well. And then also in this bundle, you've got all of those pencils too. I mean, so many different colours with the florals, essentials and naturals. So much scope for colouring and so much more with this collection. It's a phenomenal buy. For $88.95 or $123.75, we worked it out at what? It was under £1 a pencil in the UK and just over $1 a pencil in the US. $1.30 in the US. It's phenomenal what you get. And don't forget, we're also throwing in, because it'd be nice to have the watercolor card, wouldn't it? And we've got that for you as well. So 15 sheets of that to get you started, to get you going. It's a brilliant buy, and loads of you are going for it. However, if you want to go for a smaller bundle, you can. Maybe you've already got the pencils and you just want to go for the Aqua Markers, then you can do that as well. The way this works out in this smaller bundle is that you're paying for 3 and you're actually getting the 4th set for free. So $38.97 or $53.85. That gets you all of them. So the botanicals, the brights, the earth, and the landscape. Now, if you've got the pens and you just want to go for the pencils, again, there's another deal here on the smaller bundle. So you get all of the pencils, so 72 in the essentials, naturals, and floral. But again, you're only paying for 2, and you're getting the other set of those for free. $59.98 or $79.90. And again, lots of people going for the starter kit. You're saving over 25% here. Great gift idea. Great, perhaps if you're looking to start, a new craft or a new hobby, or as I've said, if you are brand new to the channel, you've just joined us and you're thinking, oh, I'd quite like to, start something, but I don't want to spend a huge amount of money. This is a great way to do it. For $26.98, you get 12 of the Aqua blends. You get that beautiful stamp set, which we saw with Fiona a little bit earlier on. And you get the 15 sheets of watercolor cardstock as well. Now, if you're buying all of these pens, maybe you've already got a load and you're buying more to top up your collection, you'd want to make sure that you are storing them correctly and you're not losing them and not rolling all over the craft room. This is a great way to be able to do it. The Spectrum Noir Universal Black Pen Trays, 6 trays. How many pens do each of those hold? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Each tray holds 12.
12. And you're getting 6 trays, so that's 72. Look at me with the math today. $19.99 or $24.95 is the price there. And the other thing which you might want to grab, which we've seen Fiona using throughout the show, again, when this is in stock, it tends to fly out the door very quickly. The 8x8 stamping platform with the magnetic base. Great, as we've said, if you are perhaps new to stamping and you're worried about getting it wrong, this is a great way to get precision. If you're someone perhaps who can't stamp anymore, or maybe you've given up on stamping just because you found it so frustrating because you couldn't quite get that crisp image every time, or maybe you wanted to batch stamp and you couldn't quite get it right every time. These stamping platforms are brilliant to help you get back into stamping and also give you precision and accuracy. And actually, they're a real time saver as well. £22 or $26.50 with a 10% saving. And the Pebeo drawing gum masking fluid has been really popular as well. Lots of mentions still about that. People saying, thank you for showing that. So many wonderful demos with that as well. And it's $4.99 or $6.99. If you are in the States. Loads of love today. I think it's safe to say that everybody is glad that Fiona is back at Crafters TV Towers. Carol says, so many wonderful demos as always. I've learned something new. Catherine on Facebook says, I'm going to have to try the drawing gum. Looks like a time saver. Yes. I cut paper and temporarily adhere to the parts I want to mask. We've got a couple of questions which we'll do in just a second, but just let's have a quick look at a few pictures coming in from some of our viewers. The lovely Cynthia. So these are the Aqua blends. Wow. They're so professional, aren't they? They
really are. Just look at that beautiful gradation of colour that she's got using the Aqua blend pencils. Absolutely stunning. And what I particularly love is the colour is, where she's wanted that colour strong, like that beautiful yellowing, she's got it absolutely gorgeous.
If you like that one, Fiona, you're going to love this one from Mary. This is with the stamp that we've got in the starter kit, isn't it?
That is stunning, isn't it? And it just shows how well they all work together. You've got those beautiful silhouette butterflies, that big butterfly, and that gorgeous, gorgeous, almost meadow scene at the bottom. That's a stunning card, Mary. Brilliant.
And then Rosalind Russell with this. Yes, you've got this is a download.
That is a download. Wow, that's a real pop of colour, isn't it? That is going to brighten any room. Absolutely gorgeous.
A couple of questions then.
Yes.
I should have put my coat and my stethoscope on, shouldn't I? But I won't. Right, so, I'll stand up straight. There you go. Director Daniel goes, "If you shrunk?" No, I'm just slouching. I'll stand up. It is Friday. It's been a long week. Chris on YouTube says, "What is the difference between the colour blend pencils and the aqua blend pencils? Please tell me."
Great question. The colour blend pencils are a wax base. Now, you need a special solution to actually blend the colour blend pencils because they are not water based. You can put water on those till the cows come home, they're not going to move.
Right.
The aqua blend, the clue is in the name. What you've got is a pencil which reacts when you add water to it. So they're two different things, both sensational, but you know, you take your choice, get both. I mean, they're just gorgeous. They are, whichever ones you choose. You use them for different things, different looks to your finished article. I love watercolour. These are a favourite of mine.
There you go, Chris. And another question here from Rowena Quanborough on Facebook, who says, "If I wanted to hand draw an image to watercolour, what would be the pen to use?"
Okay, you would use any of your alcohol-based pens. So think Illustrator, Tri-Blend, Classiques, anything which is alcohol based you can use to colour, and then you can colour it in with water because your alcohol is not going to move when you use a water based product with it.
There you go. It's just yeah, easy.
Any of your alcohol pens.
Right, we are 40 minutes left. That's all we've got.
Wow.
Where's the time going?
And I've got so many more bits and pieces I want to show you. But I want to go back. Was it Mary who was talking about her children, or Katie who was talking about her children? And not being able to able to colour. And I said, I'll show you how you can send Ruth. Sorry, that was very near to Mary and Katie, wasn't it?
Thereabouts,
it was in, yeah. Okay, look, I'm using that hello stamp. Absolutely gorgeous, of course I am. I mean, it's just a sunny card. So what we're going to do is just stamp our image. Here we go.
This is, what are you stamping here? I missed that. Is this the hello?
I'm stamping the hello. And I'm from that beautiful stamp collection, which has got
details on your screen.
That's it, the words and phrases. Get that nicely covered. So you could be stamping one out of each of these for the grandchildren, and just sending them like that, maybe on a card. There we go. Look at that. Just beautiful, isn't it? If I want that H to be a little deeper, because I've used my stamping platform.
That's where this comes in handy, isn't it?
Yeah, you can go in and you can just add a little bit more. So there we go. Just going to go in, and we're just going to give the H and the O a little bit more, because I was obviously too keen to get the middle and forgot about the edges. There we go.
Comes into its own.
There we go.
Platform.
Look at that. So there you've got your hello right there. So we're going to put that to one side for a moment. I'm going to get another piece of watercolour card, because what we're going to do now is to scribble colour on this card. So we're going to scribble some green, say. And maybe we'll go for another green as well. These are all colours, by the way, which are coming in your kit. So we've got greens. Let's do a pink as well. There we are. There's a pink. And maybe, let's go for a red.
Okay.
Why not? There we go. So you can see all I've done is scribbled some swatches of colour down on my card. Okay. Let's bring this back. So what you would do, in an envelope, you would pop your printed image in and include that little card.
That's genius.
That little card along with it, because then what you're going to do is you can craft along and you can use exactly the colours you want. So we can pick up using just a water brush.
That's genius.
There we go. So now you can send them their own little painting kit.
Their own little watercolour kit.
So they can now paint along with Grandma via Zoom or Facebook or Messenger or any of those other fabulous services. And look, you're using a tiny, tiny amount. So you don't have to go crazy, crazy, crazy with this.
I'm sorry, but I think that's brilliant. I didn't know what I was expecting when you started this, but that is now my favourite demo of the day.
There we go.
What a great
Thank you very
idea.
much.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
It's
It's
a lovely way of sharing with your crafty friends. If you're going to have a crafty coffee over Zoom because you haven't been able to meet up with anyone, you could each one of you could take turns to pick the image, do the palette, send them off to everyone, and then you can have a crafty Zoom coffee with everyone and just look how pretty this is just coming to life as well. Isn't it gorgeous? So we're going to go, let's go pink.
So there's ways and means around not being able to see, your crafty friends or your granddaughters or grandsons, whatever it might be. If you all love crafting, then, obviously we've got the mediums of Zoom and Facebook and all these kind of things, but this is a brilliant way to be able to craft along together. Yeah.
Isn't it a fun way? And I know there's sunflowers, but I like pink.
That's all right.
So there you go. You go for whatever you want. I mean, they're just so pretty, aren't they? I'm going to have another pink one.
You find it quite a relaxing thing to do as well?
I do. I love it. I can lose hours just playing with a particular image and just having fun, really. And it doesn't really matter whether whether you decide you like it or not at the end. But look at that. I mean, how pretty does that look? We'll just put a little bit of
Peggy Hall on YouTube is just echoing my love for this particular demo and saying, that is really cool, Fiona. I mean, seriously.
Thank you.
That's honestly, I think that's my favourite idea of the week.
And you can still mix colours. Look at this. Red into that yellowy colour. That gives me this beautiful orangey colour for the centre of those flowers, whatever they are. There you go. Hello. And there's loads on there that you could use for something else.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I just ask you one quick question before we just have a look at another summer sales? By the way, Anne says, I love the palette technique. I use it to paint on embossed designs. It's so much fun.
Perfect.
Thank you, Anne. Pamela says, so back to the pens and the pencils and what works with which and what works with what. So, says Pamela, the Aqua Blend pencils work with the Aqua Markers and the Colour Blend pencils work with the alcohol markers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a good way of doing it. If you've used your alcohol pens and you want to make something darker, I would go for your colour blends to add that depth of shading. Absolutely, every time.
There we go. I mean, honestly, what a great show this has been so far. So many great demonstrations. That palette technique again, brilliant. Great, if you want to craft along. What a brilliant idea. That's what we're here for at Crafters TV, giving you inspiration, giving you demonstration, and we are here to answer your questions as well. We've got just over half an hour remaining, so anything that you want to know, get in touch. Anything that you want to show, and of course you can still get in touch with our little crafty chat, if you like, about who would be your dream craft along partner, because it's World Dream Day today, so you can't pick anyone from here. All right, it's got to be like, I don't know, your favorite film star, your favorite singer, or maybe, I don't know, someone from your family or a friend, whoever it might be. We would love to hear about who that person is on our socials. Now, we are going to have another look at our end of summer sale because it ends on Sunday, and actually we are now going to pick the top 3 from the top 10 that we did a few moments ago. And here we go as we count down the top 3 that you've been loving. And at number 3, it is the charming Blue Tit. Yes, we were loving this a little bit earlier on, and it seems that you have loved it as much as we have loved it. It is the charming Blue Tit die. And funnily enough, producer Laura says it's flying out. I'll do the jokes around here. Thanks very much. $3.75 or $4.75. And that is a 50% off deal. Next up, at number 2, this one's Fly. Oh no, you've already done that, haven't you? It's Dancing Out the Door. The Dancing Butterflies, gorgeous. You've absolutely loved this as well. And lots of beautiful sentiments in there as well, like butterflies are, well, self-propelled flowers. Wow. Thank you for, I can't read that next.
Love is like a butterfly. It goes where it pleases and it pleases where it goes.
Isn't
that beautiful? Hey, how can I read that? Varifocals then. Varifocals. They are the way to go.
You'll never know how far you can fly until you spread your wings. There we go. That's how close up I have to get to read what's on the screen. $9.75 or $12.25 is your price on that one. And at number 1 in our chart this hour is the thanks. And you loved this, didn't you? You were chatting about this galore earlier on. Beautiful.
Just to say thanks for being you. Thanks, I love it. Heartfelt thanks. Thanks for everything. Absolutely gorgeous.
$4.75 or $5.75, and those are just a few of the deals that you've got in our end of summer sale, which ends on Sunday. You can check out all of the deals and more at our website, but it is our end of summer sale. Oh yeah, and because this is my last day, your last bird noise from me.
It's like there's one in the room.
It's like being in a, what's the bird thing called? Is it an aviary or an apiary? Aviary. What's an apiary?
Bees. Yeah,
Bees.
yeah.
No. That wouldn't be as good, would it, you know? Right. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, quick question.
Yes.
And again, I think this is a recurring thing, but it's fine because I know people are tuning in all the time. So Vanessa on YouTube says, which ink pads do I need to use for watercolour stamping?
Let me show you. What I love about Crafter's Companion ink pads is they tell you right on the front of the ink pad what they're for. No more peering at the back of the ink pad trying to read it with a magnifying glass. So you need waterproof dye ink.
Right.
The clue is in the waterproof. The extra clue is the brush with the watercolour on it as well. And I've got Pebble and Noir Black there, but there's also a gorgeous flagstone and a rustic brown.
$4.99 or $7.49. You can find all of those on the website. So make sure you pop those into your basket and do not miss out. Right, we have got about half an hour remaining. So I know that's probably time for Fiona to squeeze in probably about another 17 demos.
Loads and loads and loads. We're going to do one of my favourite now. We're going back to the pens, and I have chosen Prussian Blue and Hot Pink. So these are both from the sets which are coming today. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to colour this photopolymer stamp. So I'm just using the side of the pen to colour the top of the wings just there. I'm not worrying about it too much. There we go. I'm using the side of the nib, by the way, not the point of the nib, just to put the colour down, because that way I preserve the point of the nib.
Aha.
Then we're going to put some of this Prussian Blue, which is just the most gorgeous colour there. Because then what you can do, Ben, now you probably need to bring me in vision to do this, because otherwise it's going to sound very weird. Huff on it. You need to huff on it. So there, we've got one print out. Oh my word. We're just going to see how many butterfly prints I can get off that one tiny 3. You might think we've stopped there. That's getting fainter. No, no, no. We're just going, right, we're going to do the perfume counter waft. You know what I mean?
Oh,
where they spray it and you waft through it.
Yeah.
That's it, perfume counter waft. Because then, remember, I haven't re-inked this. Oh my word. There we go. There's another 2. So there's 5. Now, if you think the colour's gone, let's just spray water on there. Oh my word. More colour. More butterflies.
Come on.
How
3, 4, 5, 6,
fantastic.
7.
Remember, that is one stamp. Let's see
8.
how we can keep going. Oh, I guess
we want more.
Look at this. Look at this.
9.
Out of that one
10.
colour with pens. Oh my word. I've run out of card before I've run out of stamps. Look at that. Isn't that be a beautiful background paper?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Wowzer. So use your card with that now. I'm just going to put that somewhere. Hey, I need another shelf. I'll tell you what, if I'm coming up more regularly, can we have another shelf that I can put the demos on? Is that, am I being cheeky?
It's been about 5 minutes and now she's asking for us to rebuild the studios.
I know. What am I like? Anyway, here we go. Right, we're going to colour this again because I'm pretty sure that we've used most of the colour there. So what we're going to do is that hot pink colour again because I like it. There we go.
Just whilst you're colouring, Lorna Jane the Hunter on Facebook says, how about Salvador Dali? I'm sure he would help me make some fabulous crafty things if he was my crafty buddy. And Terry Dunnington on YouTube, I would love to have crafted with Walt Disney.
Interesting.
He was so creative. Here's a question. You right for a question?
Yes, talk at me.
Kathy on YouTube says, Fiona, could you combine 2 colours from the Floral collection of pencils to make green?
Yes, I'll do it for you right now.
Ah, look at this. Do you know what as well? So many people saying today how much they love the fact we're being interactive and able to answer the questions and do like personalised demos as well.
Right, so can you see I've stamped this out, because what you can then do, you can do this with a water brush, or you could do it, I think my stamp was a wee bit wet, but look, here we go. Absolutely gorgeous. So you just get a little bit. Now, if you want a little more, if you want that fuller, remember what you can do is just scribble a little bit on there, pick it up and just go in. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that just stunning? Just to fill that image in. And it actually looks as if it's been hand drawn, because you haven't got any black ink around there, have you? So all you're doing is just creating your own beautiful bespoke shading. So remind me again, can you see? Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
I won't carry on because somebody asked a question.
Oh yeah.
What was the question again?
Oh, hang on a minute. I have to put my specs on again. It was... Come on,
Poor old
Grandad. It was... Kathy on YouTube says, Fiona,
Yes.
can you combine 2 colours from the Floral collection of pencils to make green?
Yeah, let's do it.
let's
Because
do
there's
it.
nothing like showing you how it's done, is it? Because the answer is yes.
Right.
But
See,
it's a
the
lot
simple answer
easier.
is yes. That's
The
it.
answer is yes, but
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how it's done, because I find that way, I don't know about you, but that way I remember more.
Yeah.
If I actually watch something, which is why I think Crafters TV is such a fantastic idea, is because if I'm watching and looking, I remember it more.
And
Always
of course,
away.
With Crafters TV, you can watch the shows back, can't you, on Facebook, YouTube, or via our website. So if you did forget, you can always just go back and, you know, at this point, where are we? An hour and 34 minutes into the show, you could fast forward to that point and remind yourself if you did forget. So there you go. We're very handy at Crafters TV.
We
We're
are.
very handy.
Now, I am going to use blueberry and pineapple. Blueberry, let me turn them around so you can see which ones I'm using. There you go. Blueberry and pineapple. Shall I not move? There you go. I'll stay there, because it doesn't help when I'm moving, does it? Blueberry and pineapple.
Yeah.
From the Floral set. So to combine them, you've got 2 options. You can either do the palette blend trick. So there's a little bit of blueberry, there's a little bit of pineapple, and we can mix them together. But what about this? Light layer of blueberry down. There we go.
I like the names
Like
as well.
there.
Blueberry and pineapple.
Yeah, just really
Sounds like
nice,
a crafty
isn't
breakfast that we were talking about earlier on.
It? Yellow over the top. What am I doing? And then another little bit of that blueberry. This is going to be a browny green, because that blueberry's got a little bit of red in it. But there we go. And then, let me put my pencils down. Put my pencils back. Let's just grab a little bit of water.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So this is blueberry and pineapple.
Blueberry and pineapple.
Yeah.
So if you mix yellow and blue together, you're going to get a beautiful, beautiful green. You can also do it this way, but if you are going, there we go, there we are. If you are going for the bundle we've got on today, I would suggest you mix Midnight Blue, which you're getting, with, I've got pineapple again.
Oh,
I like pineapple.
Liking a bit of the old pineapple.
Midnight Blue.
Producer Laura's liking the pineapple, because every time you mention the fruit, she keeps talking about cocktails. You can tell it's Friday. You can tell it's Friday.
There you go. So depending on the blue you choose, and you've got 72, that you can see that's already turned a greeny colour. And then all you're going to do, look at this. So if you want, so you're going to be mixing your own bespoke colours. So if you want a particular shade of colour, look at that. Look at that. Is that not absolutely gorgeous? And of course, if you draw it out with a sparkle pen, you're going to have a sparkly green as well. Fabulous, eh?
There we go. Sorry, I've donned the coat and the stethoscope because it is time for a bit of a craft clinic, because we've got a few more questions come in here. So let's tackle them. Well, first of all, a bit of love for, I mean, there's been a lot of love for Fiona, hasn't there, really?
Aww,
Carol Ann Hanley says on
you.
Facebook, absolutely total respect for Fiona for trying to be as helpful as possible by squeezing in people's requests and cries for crafty help. Help me, Fiona! Don't worry, I'm coming. I'm the demo queen.
So I need a cape though, don't I?
You do.
Superman.
Yeah, you do. We'll get you a cape. You definitely deserve one after this week. But anyway, here are the questions. Some more crafty cries for help.
Okay.
Donna on Facebook says, when should you sharpen your pencils and with what?
Okay, that is personal choice.
Okay.
Some people love to have a pencil with the kind of nib that that you could pierce things with.
Oh, like really sharp, yeah.
Mine tend to be a variety. I use a pencil sharpener because it means I can save all my shavings, and you get that perfect point. So that will last me, because of course how much colour you put down depends on the pressure that you're putting down. So I'm holding this pencil really lightly, getting a lighter layer of colour. If I want a deeper layer of colour, I'm going to go heavier and lay down more of the colour. Now, the only thing you never do with pencils, and I will tell you this now, you will see sometimes people doing this. You've got to be so careful with our pencils when you do that, because yes, you can take colour off, but remember what you're investing in here is a really premium product. We have got a binder here which releases with the tiniest amount of water. So what you don't want to do is soak that nib and have that water going up the nib, because you will just just release all the colour in the nib. And never ever, no matter what YouTube tells you to do, ever dip that in water, because you will end up with all the water going up and all that colour being released, but your pencil will be gone. So there you go. Does that help? I hope that helps.
It does. So but remember that never never stick it in the water. What was I going to say then as well? I was going to say something. Oh, the pencil sharpener is on the website if you want to go for it. £2.99 or £3.49. Right. Next question. CC Simmerman on YouTube says, what is that beautiful butterfly on the card on Fiona's craft surface? I think that is it the second one down? That one?
That one there?
That one you got in your hand, that one, yeah.
That one, I think, is one, it doesn't say, but it's done with aquas, and I think that was either from Sarah's signature butterfly collection. She had a huge big butterfly in that, or it's one of Donna Radcliffe's.
Okay.
But there you go. It is gorgeous. But we have got some lovely butterflies in that big collection, because that butterfly, that big butterfly you've got, the one with the keep sharing, would be amazing to do that with.
That one is your Floral and Butterfly stamp collection. £20 or $30. It's a really great deal. 30% saving there for all of those stamps. And a question here from Pamela R on YouTube, who says, receive the art liner pens and the metallic pencils from the taster bag. Are they watercolour friendly?
They won't be, because your art liners will be a water based. So your art liners, I was trying to look for my art liner and I've put it somewhere incredibly safe. But yes, your art liners are water based, so they're great to use with things like your alcohol pens. But I wouldn't necessarily use them with your water-based pens. I would stick to using your alcohol markers. There we go. And your metallic pencils are a wax-based pencil. So they're going to work well with your colour blends. They're going to go well over the top of your alcohol markers, just to add a highlight. So, I mean, if you haven't done that before now, get one of the lighter silvery colours and use that over a darker background. Oh my goodness, gorgeous.
Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. That was your Crafty Clinic, and thank you to Carol Ann Hanley on Facebook, who says, I will miss the seagulls over the weekend, but I'm sure a pigeon crept in on the last end of Somerset. Yeah, I think it probably was a pigeon. I don't know what it is. All the bird calls I can do, I just lose track. Right, let's recap on all of the goodies that we got on the show because we are just under 20 minutes away from the end. Can you believe? More demos to come from Fiona. But listen, this is the main collection to go for, isn't it? The Spectrum Noir Aqua Blend pencil and pen set. With this, of course, you're going to get all of those beautiful markers, including in the set. You're getting the 6 set of landscape colours, which includes your meadow, forest, sea green, lake blue, sandstorm, bark. You've also got your earth, which includes got some gorgeous colours in here: sage and bramble, tawny, clay, peat, and flint. Those botanicals, which gives you your beautiful yellows and ferns and verdant greens, and you've got the rose reds and fuchsias and tulips, and of course the brights in there as well. You've seen a lot of these being used on the show already with the flame red, the sunshine, alpine green, your azure blue, Prussian blue, and your hot pink. Those are just the pens that you're going to get. The pencils are also included as well. 72 of those in this collection. Again, all of these you're going to get. So all of those beautiful florals. And again, hopefully, if you've just joined us, you can watch back this show and check out all of the demos that Fiona's shown you, particularly with the pencils as well. Still love that one with the shavings, the pencil sharpenings from earlier on. You've also got your essentials included there too, and your naturals as well. So all of that included, 72 of your pencils, 24 of those aqua markers, and then we're also going to give you for free that watercolour card. So 15 sheets of the watercolour card. To get you started, you'll come back and get more. $88.95 or $123.75 on that collection. If you maybe just want to go for the pens, or maybe you've already got the pencils and you just want the pens, we have those available for you as an individual deal. And again, you know what? Savings to be had all over the place, because with this deal, you're going to get the botanicals, brights, earth, and landscape, but you're actually only paying for 3 of those sets. So you're buying 24 pens and only paying for 18 of them. $38.97 or $53.85 if you're in the States. Or if you perhaps fancy going for the pencils instead, maybe you've already got the pens, you want to try the pencils out. Again, these are on a great deal because you're going to get all 3 of those sets. So the essentials, naturals, and florals, but you're only paying for 2. $59.98 or $79.90. You're saving almost £30 or almost $40 on that as well. Thank you to Stephanie who's been in touch to say thank you so much, Fiona and Ben, for all of these informative shows, all the demos, sound effects, and laughs. It's great reading that, isn't it? I know who's giving you the demos and the inspiration and who's done the sound effects. So much knowledge being shared. My mind is blown. So happy Fiona is going to be on more often. And Ben, you're a great addition to the CC family. Oh, thank you.
He is.
That does mean a lot. Thank you.
Okay.
Marion says, whoops, I've taken my wet brush to my crayon. I won't anymore. Thanks for an informative show.
Thank you. Good. Right, okay. What about doing an abstract flower, which anybody can do? Anybody can do this. So I've got flame red from that collection. Again, we're using the brush end, and we're just going to scribble a load of colour in that corner.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, scribble it, yeah.
And scribble
it just a little bit.
A load of colour in that corner. Yeah. And then we're going to take the bark colour.
Yeah. Which one's that one?
Bark.
Bark.
You go on, Ben. I know you want to. Okay.
Oh, you know me so well already.
Now, you could leave it like that, or you could take the thin end of the brush and just do some scribbly leaves around it. I mean, I quite like, looks like one of those crazy modern flowers, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
There we go. And then when you take some water to it, again, spray water.
A little spritzy spray.
Watch what happens.
Here we go. Here we go.
Can you see how that's going to move? Isn't it fantastic?
It's amazing.
Isn't it brilliant? So you're going to just let that go until you want it to, when you've got it there and you've gone, yeah, that's enough. And then what you can do is you can just take your heat tool and dry it. Now I'm not going to dry all of this, but I am going to show you where I've used that technique. I mean, isn't that ridiculously easy?
But stunningly beautiful as well.
But look, if I then bring those in, the minute you stamp...
Is that the same technique you've just done?
Exactly that one.
Huh.
Because when that's dry, you can go in and you can put your fine lines back in again and do some extra dots if you want to. Exactly that technique.
That's brilliant.
And there we go. So every time you do it, you're going to get a different look. But isn't that just pretty?
I love the fact that, again, you look at that finished card there, and if you didn't know 2 minutes ago how that was done, you would probably have thought to yourself that that would have taken ages to achieve that effect. Literally, how easy was that? A couple of scribbles, bit of a spritz, bit of a dry, boom, you're done. That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, super, super easy to do. And let's just, maybe I will just dry that off very, very quickly, because I'm going to have a think and see what else. I know what I'm going to do. I know what else I'm going to do. Right, okay. So we'll just dry that off, and when that is dry, by the way, when you're drying watercolour card, it will curve.
Yeah.
And the way to flatten it out is just to flip it over and dry the reverse. But can you see? There we go. And what you can do, if you turn it over and dry the other side, you can flatten it out. But when you've got it flat like that, if you want some extra detail, you're going to go in and we're going to reinstate some of these dots just down here to give it a little more form. There we go. And reinstate some of these just up here just to give it a little more function and form. It does look a bit like a poppy, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, and then you can reinstate some of your squirrely, scribbly lines. There we go. And you don't have to worry about this, you know. It's freehand, it's abstract. There we go. There we are.
Love it.
And then you're going to stamp your sentiment and you're going to matte and layer it up and you're ready to go.
Bit of abstract art for you there. Again, how simple was that to achieve? If you've never used these before, if you've been wondering, you know, maybe like we've heard from a lot of people today who've said, oh, I've got the pencils, I've got the pens, I'm not sure what to do with them. Well, now you know. We are going to squeeze in one more demo. I just want to tell you that what we've got coming up, because of course tomorrow we'll be back with you. I think Joe's back tomorrow. Joe and Sarah here tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We've got the masterclass with the gatefold hugs, and then really looking forward to tomorrow at 4 p.m. UK time, 11 on the East Coast. Totally Tiffany in the Craft House. Looking forward. I have not been in the Craft House yet, but totally Tiffany in the Craft House. Tiffany will be calling in into the Craft House. My first Craft House will be not the Saturday, obviously not tomorrow or the Saturday after, but the Saturday after that. Something like the 9th or 10th of October. So yeah, really looking forward to that. It'll be me and producer Laura. So yeah, look forward to it. And of course, if you want to see what's coming up on shows and if you want to see our show schedule, you can see all of that at our website, crafterscompanion.com.co.uk or .eu. This has been such a busy show on the socials, so thank you so much for that. And lots of love again for the demos. Loretta saying, Fiona, you have been awesome today. All your demos were great. And a quick one here, before we get on to the final demo, I love your surname, Teresa Paradise.
Wow.
What a surname, I love that. Teresa Paradise on Facebook says, what type of paper are you using in your demos?
Watercolour, Crafter's Companion, watercolour card every single time. Comes with that fabulous big bundle that we've got there. It is, with a hands down, the best one to use. Right, final demo then, please. What are you going to wow us with then? It's got to be good. We're going to do a very quick landscape. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going, this is lake blue, so this is quite a deep sky, and I'm going to take just my water just here. Oh, look at this, look at this. So I've put that on dry card, and now I'm just pulling that colour down the card. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? And if you want a bit more, or you don't want so much of a line, now when you want to add more colour and your card is wet, don't scribble again on the card, because the card will grab it. Right. So just scribble on your mat or your china plate or whatever you've got. A piece of acetate will do, quite honestly. So there you go. We're just going to make that a deep blue sky. And then we're going to do the same with green. Now that is a very green. That's the alpine green. Very
what is that?
green
Alpine green?
Alpine green. Yeah, absolutely. And we'll just scribble a bit of that on there. And we're just going to work that colour up the page.
Do what I like about this as well? It's not like a precision craft, is it? Do you know what I mean?
Not when I'm doing it.
No, but you mean, I look at this and I sort of think I could do this.
Yeah,
this is something that anyone can attempt to do. So a great way to get into your watercolouring if you're worried about, have I got to be precise? Have I got to make sure everything's done to a certain way? Not really.
No, I'm never precise. I'm going to put a bit more green because that really did grab at the bottom there. So we're just going to blend that in. So let's get some more of that green going on just there.
Okay. Just. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at over there, Fiona? What's so funny?
Just the producer's comment, which made me smile. It made me smile. But there you go.
Basically, I think the point that Laura's making is that these are for everybody, aren't they?
They
of
really
every
are.
ability. That's the point. Whether you are a master colorist like our Fiona, or you're a guy like me who doesn't know one end of a pencil from another. Let's say I do. The point is, these are great, and that is it. It's all about learning different techniques, and it's great. Do you know what? That all of our crafters here on the channel are sort of multi-skilled, if you like, and that they can turn their hand to lots of different things. And from today, of course, with Fiona, we can see all these sort of demos. And the next time we have a Colour Me Happy show, we'll probably have somebody different who'll show you a complete set of completely different demos. So it's great to see that, isn't it, here on the channel? And that's what I love. Crafters TV is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Okay, so I have just dried that off. I've used some water to faux bleach to lift off some clouds just scudding across the sky, so we can probably make those lighter still. There we go, a little bit lighter. But you could then take that green pen if you want and flick up some grass just at the end, or use that beautiful stamp just to frame the front of your picture. There we go. Maybe, now this is as arty as I get. Yeah. Look.
Oh, it's a bird!
It's a bird. There we go. Flying away in the sky. So they're quite striking colours. But if I bring in that one, go where your dreams take you.
Love it.
So, and that's the fun of this. You can play, you can be serious, you can really use sort of quite subtle colours, entirely up to you. So there we go. Really simple.
Just apps. I've loved it so much. Do you know what? I've loved this whole week.
So have I. So have I. It's been fun, hasn't it?
It has been so much fun. I think it seems like I've been here forever, but I'm sure I did shows earlier in the week with Leanne. I'm sure, have I worked with Debbie this week, I think, as well. For the last 2 days, phenomenal with our Fiona. And Connie Turnbull on Facebook just echoes that. It says, "Oh, Ben and Fiona, I feel like I've been here with you two all day. I've fully enjoyed watching your ever phenomenally inspirational demos, Fiona." Do you know what I love about this, right? So it's like, I love your inspirational demos, Fiona. They're amazing. And Ben, your birds are fabulous. I mean, if that's what I can bring to the channel, that makes me happy. Con also says, "The singing second to none. I love you both. Thank you so much for it. Just brilliant." Well, that's what we're here for. We're here for the inspiration, we're here for the tutorials, and we're here for the fun, aren't we? Absolutely we are. Let's just quickly remind you the details of our main bundle, because this has been very, very popular. And do you know what? I think a lot of people now, because a lot of these have been going in the last sort of 10, 15 minutes, a lot of people have been watching the show and have been wondering what it's all about. They've been waiting for the tips, the hints, the inspiration, the demos, and now They're going, do you know what? I need some of this action. If I can recreate some of those demos that Fiona's shown us over the last 2 hours, then I am going to be more than happy. And if you want to be able to recreate all of the demos, go for this main bundle because it includes all of the marker pens. It includes all of the pencils as well. And we are throwing in for free 15 sheets of the watercolor card as well to get you started. It's the ultimate bundle. It really, really is. For $88.95 or $123.75 today, you will not be disappointed with that. Look at the savings you're making, $56.97 or $73.89. However, we realise, not everybody's budget will stretch to that, so we've got some mini bundles for you as well. Even like the starter kit, for example, this will get you going. This would allow you again to, watch along, re-watch the show and craft along with Fiona. The starter kit gives you 12 of the Aqua Markers with the stamps, and you've got the watercolour card in there as well. So that's $26.98. or $35.94, and again, busy for that particular collection if you want to go for that. And if you are looking for images to colour, what about this stamp collection? Nothing more beautiful really than flowers and butterflies, are there? And this is the 34-piece stamp collection. Great deal on this as well. And I know this has been very, very popular over the course of the show. £20 or $30, saving 30%. You've got butterflies in there. You've got that beautiful meadow scene that we saw earlier in the show. And you've got some beautiful bouquets of flowers as well. Another collection which has proved very, very popular is this, the Decorative Floral Word Stamp 8-piece collection. Again, if you missed the show, you can watch back and see some of the demos that Fiona did with that. You've got friend and thanks, hello and sister and sorry, enjoy and congrats. Really big stamps as well. Oh, you got mum on there as well. Missed out mum. Never forget mum. $29.94 or $41.94 is your price on that, saving 25%. Well, I tell you what, final message and final word goes to Tracy Ross on Facebook, who says, Fiona, you are such a talented lady. I've been loving all the shows, but today was the absolute best. I have to have these markers now. Lol.
You do.
Yes.
You do. You definitely do. And I will see you for another masterclass next Thursday.
Oh, that's me and you.
That's you and absolutely.
Fiona, just to say again, yeah, big thank you. It's been great to be working
My
with you
pleasure.
again.
I've enjoyed every single minute of it. Absolutely fantastic. Loved your comments. When I get home tonight, I'm going to sit there and read them all.
Brilliant stuff. Incy brilliant, absolutely inspirational. Thank you for joining us this week. I will be back with you Wednesday next week. I'm off for 4 days, back home to see the wife and children, and I'll be back up here on Wednesday. But listen, Joe will be here with you tomorrow with Sarah. Don't forget, some amazing shows coming up. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a brilliant weekend, and we'll see you very soon here at Crafters TV. Bye for now.